Okay, so first on the agenda is Benjamin Lagarde, Down East Investments. The applicant is requesting a finding for relief from section 97-4.d of the Newbury zoning bylaws as the proposed construction will increase the height of the dwelling on the lot located at 2020th Street, Plum Island. Are you here?
This up here?
Sure.
All right, cool. All right.
Do you have paperwork for?
I actually have it all, I've already verified the
Okay.
legal ads and the abutter notification.
Yeah, sorry, that was getting up to this thing. There was a big mix up with the email and all that
Right.
stuff. It's, I
So
apologize for
there's
that.
another, well, I wouldn't call it necessarily a mix-up, but when I came in tonight's the first time I've seen this. Nobody
Yeah.
else has looked at it,
Okay.
so I'm gonna suggest you come back next month, because there's no way we
Okay.
can,
Yeah, I tried last week.
there's no
yeah.
way we can, assess
Okay.
and think about this when we just get it when you're here.
I did try
Well,
last
give it to
week,
me
but it was
yesterday.
Thursday,
Well, yes,
Friday,
that's fine,
Monday.
but
There was
still,
no one. Yeah.
There's just not enough time to,
Okay.
look at it,
Okay.
and to be fair to you, and
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I apologize. It was just I think I was trying all last week, but it was just so much snow days and Thursday, Friday, Monday.
so, so we'll give you a form, we'll
Yeah, we'll
continue
continue it.
for
Okay.
next month,
Okay.
and, hopefully we'll be able to
Yeah.
take a look at this and
So,
go from there.
are we allowed to comment? Okay, sorry.
You can ask a question.
So are we gonna get another abutters notice again?
We're gonna tell you tonight when to come if you wanna come back.
This is the third
time.
people cut out of work early to get here. I understand that, and it's not but there's a little frustration level building
I'm
here.
sure there is,
Our time has value at work, we're cutting out of
Of
work
course it does,
early,
but-
traveling to get here, not traveling, being
but
out of town.
we
No, I
can't-
understand,
we
I-
can't
it's
hear
not,
it, so, hopefully, next month,
okay.
things
Yeah, I
will.
apologize. I tried early last week, but it was just snow day after snow day. And
You have the
I
dates?
tried Wednesday and Thursday.
Fairness, you
Yeah.
had a little bit more time than that.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, I think I got the drawings. Yeah. That's,
So do we have a date for next?
Yeah, you have the date.
Yeah, I believe it'll be March 16th.
It's
It'll
the
be
third,
yeah.
third
Let me
Thursday.
just verify
Let's
that,
check.
but I know.
Putting in for miles.
We leave on the 25th.
So yeah, so it's March 16th, Thursday, March 16th, 7:30.
No, we didn't.
60.
Ben,
Before you leave, we
Ben,
need to
you
sign
need to sign that.
evaluations.
yeah. I'm sorry, I had trouble too. The seller wouldn't agree to extend it. It
March
took me
16th.
almost till 2 weeks before. And it's not your fault. I'm very- Yeah.
Talk
I'm
about-
Okay.
Can I ask a question, sir?
Yes, you may.
Who owns the property?
I don't know, I don't know anything about this.
Oh,
That's
he's
why-
here, let's, who owns the property?
It says
General
General
Insulation
Insulation Company on the application.
So how are you allowed to do all this stuff if you don't own it?
They signed the application as representative because I'm buying it from them.
At
So,
the end was built.
well, I'm gonna buy it and then build it. Yeah.
Okay. You can talk outside if you want, we're gonna continue with the next hearing, or, next week, or next month.
You need help, you all set, George? Because I'll stick around. I know, of course, you need help? I mean, we got Wall Street here, George, you all set?
Okay,
Hey,
guys,
excuse me,
we're gonna move on to the next
Please.
hearing.
would you either leave or be quiet, please?
Oh, I'm leaving. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, though. Getting real old, you know?
Okay, so the next hearing is for Blue Hotel / Ryan and Brandon Guthrie of 17 Fordham Way. The applicant is requesting a finding for relief from section 97-4D of the Newbury zoning bylaws. As proposed construction will be an increase in height from the original dwelling, which was lost to a natural disaster on the lot located at Plum Island. Good evening. And you have paperwork, so?
You have your,
Paperwork.
did you give me the advertisement? Proof of mailing.
I have it all.
Or do you have it here?
No, I don't have it with me right here.
We'll see you next month.
Come on.
Honestly, you would have to have that, we can't legally have the hearing.
Okay.
It's in the application, I believe, that you need to bring it.
I think so. Let me check.
Can I be back in 10 minutes?
No.
I think what happened was, didn't,
Doesn't matter.
the owner do the mailing,
Yeah.
he didn't get a key,
But they need it.
I don't have any instructions for this.
That's the only thing, he needs is a tear sheet.
Well, you need
Proof of
the
mailing.
proof
So
of
your-
mailing,
your
all the
white-
stubs.
Cause we have to show that
I thought
it's
the-
a legally, a
No,
legal
I
meeting.
understand.
Yeah.
The client was supposed to send that in, so.
So unfortunately, we'll continue.
This will be a very short meeting for you tonight then.
Well, it looks that way, it's looking more like that all the time. So, we'll continue until whatever the date is.
16th again?
16th, yep.
Well, you learn nothing less than less stuff.
We'll try to get on the Conservation Commission meeting soon.
Okay.
Whatever you're ready, at the same time.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I think we'll.
So all the information we have goes up to date, and
Yeah.
that's what you.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It's just the mailing,
Yeah.
certified mailing clips and the,
Right.
oh, that was fun.
That's the second one this week.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. 'cause I have
Okay.
have
You need to
it.
sign that.
Yep.
Avoid re-advertising.
Clients handle the mail.
Just need your signature. Yeah, right up here. Yeah, it says on it.
Okay.
I'll sign it here in the file, that way if we can continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Susan.
Yep.
Look it up and make sure you do it.
So, I don't need to do anything in regards to advertising or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
other than making sure I get that stuff, so if you wanna drop it off before the next meeting, that way I've got it. That'll work. Okay, well, don't come tomorrow, we're not open.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Come
Monday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday, that's fine.
Monday tomorrow. All right.
Have a good weekend.
All righty.
Bye. See you soon.
George, I guess you're next.
Well, we like that we're out here quickly, but we hope we don't suffer the same fate.
You already have.
So, I wasn't here, I've been here for 4 of these, but I wasn't here last month when you came in, so I'm gonna let you talk to Doug for any changes that might have taken place.
So, at the last meeting, I was not here as well. My understanding is, and Attorney Griffin can speak to this if I'm inaccurate, my understanding is at that time that the board reviewed some language that was presented to them. It was approved and requested that we put that on the plan. When the language was then presented to me the next day, I reviewed the language and there was a little bit of an inaccuracy in one of the notes as to the reference for the Conservation Commission filing, which we needed a reference on here. So we made the change to the language, we submitted it to the town for them to review, and they were gonna try to get it out to the board members and have them look at it. And in the process, I think we crept up pretty quickly to the next meeting, and it was just decided that the best thing would be just bring it back before the board
Okay.
and have you look at that language, make sure everybody's okay with it. So effectively what it was is there was a reference to a plan that was being presented to you as being the plan that had been approved by conservation, and that was not the plan that was presented to conservation. So we changed the language to specifically reference the order of conditions that was approved.
Okay.
So that, the order of conditions is what would need to be closed out, and in that order of conditions, it references the correct plan.
Okay.
I think where the board was going with this, though, is that the order conditions only address this piece of the parking right here.
Correct.
In order to open this up, he's gonna need some loading, he's gonna need his loading ramp, and he's gonna need some parking down here. And I think that what the board wants to see is the indication that this loading ramp and this will be the filing that will come before Concom to make this legal to open.
And that is also part of the notes, that's in the notes there.
Wanna look at those?
Yeah.
Different
Sure they're
from what
covered.
was sent before.
Nope, it should be the same. It's just the note here.
Yep.
So the certificate of compliance is here, and then a new order of conditions to allow for the clearing of the sand and.
That's actually unchanged from
All right, then,
the one that was approved previously.
so instead of going into this area as we discussed and looking for that historic parking, the loading ramp, or this area here is going to be your
That's gonna be
loading
your
ramp
loading-
and your parking?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
okay.
So, you wear two hats, so is this what you have at conservation, or this is what they're bringing to you? Or
Well, like,
it doesn't need to be?
this is gonna have to come to us for the redevelopment of this
Okay,
area.
okay,
All right, so once this comes, this same plan will come to us.
okay. all
We'll
right,
each be reviewing the
Yeah.
same plan.
all right.
The confusion is that we had talked several times about opening
Open
this,
there, right,
this was
right.
historic parking, there's cloth under here.
Right, right,
I know
right.
that Millennium went out and verified that there was cloth under there.
Okay,
And it was my assumption they were gonna expand into there, but if this does it for them, I'm not the,
Yeah, our discussion at the last meeting was showing that this was gonna get done for loading and parking, and then they'd be able to issue the finding decision, and the gatekeeping part of it would be, until this was completed, no building permit would issue.
all right. So why doesn't it show the parking over here now?
It's not showing spaces, it's showing the availability
Okay,
in that area.
Right.
That was what was discussed.
And Doug, just to get back to what you were saying about this area over in here, I do know the gravel is there, the cloth is there. Right now, the focus of what we've discussed here at the ZBA in past meetings has been this gravel area that we showed on the plan. We never really showed this. And I mean, you may have had some discussion about this when I wasn't here, but I know the applicant is leaving open the possibility of, when we do come before the board, talking about this area as well. But this is the focus
Okay.
of what he needs to get done to get
here,
for you
right,
guys.
right, yeah,
So
that,
that's a definite, and this is something that they'll be
Okay.
talking about here soon.
And when we were at the last meeting, we actually, this language didn't change.
okay.
So that was approved. This is the one that we amended, and that's why we're back here.
Mhm.
Number one.
Okay. So,
Which you're good with, right, Doug? I mean, it's-
well,
they've got-
I
they've
didn't
got-
vote on this plan
Right, they've
originally,
got
so I
a-
really
Right.
wasn't a part of
Yeah.
this hearing, but
Right.
I will be when it comes to Concom.
Right.
We have no problem at Concom addressing this. It's a
Right.
process, and there's no guarantees, but.
But as far as the language that they're referring to,
Yeah.
it's a note in here as far as
Yeah.
closing that order of conditions with the certificate of compliance.
Right.
Really, the only
Yes.
thing in that order of conditions was he was going to discover where the blacktop was and sweep it off. As long as he's, and so that was
Yeah.
quite
So
simple.
that's a
As long as
no-brainer.
that's,
So
as long as
we-
he's
we're-
done that,
We're gonna
then.
close this out, open this one up.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then get going, and then get the building permit after that.
That works, Mark.
I don't have any issue with, you certainly have more room here than you did
Right,
there.
right.
And I've kind of forgotten, because we've
It's going on
discussed
for
this a
very
long time. We never voted on anything.
We
Yeah.
voted
Or we did.
pending a plan
Pending the
that we
plan.
could,
Condition on a.
Right, so on that motion, did it mention the parking? Do you remember? I'm sorry, I don't
It was
remember.
last month, right? You were-
Yeah, I wasn't here last
It
month.
was conditioned upon
Yeah.
submission of a satisfactory.
Right.
Right.
because there wasn't a satisfactory plan at the time we approved it. We said, we'll make the motion and vote,
Okay, so,
but you need to turn in the plan.
Right.
So this is the plan we've been working
Yeah.
towards.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right, so,
It appears as though
So
the
this-
acceptance
I think
of this
it's been-
plan
I think it's been
completes the
satisfied.
process for
Right,
them.
Yeah.
we finally get our
Right.
decision.
So,
Right.
This was the old one, right?
that my understanding is we don't need to make another motion.
You have already voted on
We
this.
just need to
Yeah.
accept
You need to
this.
stamp and
Yes.
accept it for
Right.
the record.
Okay, so are you good with that?
Yeah.
Lauren? You're good with
I
that?
am good with that, how it works.
Okay. If you can just initial it next to the stamp.
They need somebody,
We do?
yeah.
Yeah,
An
you
order
need to
or you
initial.
or somebody.
When we
One is your,
around.
Really, me too?
no, one's good enough. Okay, so this is ours, and this is what you're gonna need to.
Yeah.
Let's see how they
Oh,
I'll just fold it up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. You're welcome, George.
Take care, George.
Okay, and, so, need a motion to close the meeting?
Motion to close the meeting?
All in favor? All in favor? Aye.